Keith and Hannah, and this is our dog Chloe, and for the past 2 years we've been living in our self-converted Sprinter van full-time.
We finished the build in the middle of 2022 and we've been living in it ever since. And for some reason we're just now getting around to filming the van tour. This is a 2021 Mercedes Sprinter rear-wheel drive 170-inch wheelbase. It has a 4-cylinder diesel engine with 30,000 miles on it.
We bought this van during COVID time, so at the time we pretty much just had to take whatever we could get, which meant we ended up with a pretty basic package up here. But it does the job. One of our favorite features up here is these window covers by The Wonderful. They give us complete blackout privacy, and they really help to regulate the temperature in here, which is how we're able to be in Florida on a day like today where it's 90 degrees. And one of our other favorite features up here is this headliner shelf from White Top Adventures. That space is so key. We store so much stuff up there and we couldn't recommend it enough. This here is our closet, and within about the first 6 months of living on the road, we kind of got a good idea of what we needed, what we didn't need, and how to make this the most functional. So up here on this shelf, we have a safe and some towels and just little essentials that we need. We ended up adding this shelf after the fact. This has a lot of our everyday essentials like toilet paper, paper towels, cooking supplies, our grocery bags, all kinds of things. And one of the things we realized right off the bat was that we needed a slide out toaster oven. Another later addition was this mirror. We went so long not being able to see ourselves just day to day before we left the van, so we did eventually add this mirror, and it has been an absolute game changer. We also built a crate for Chloe. She started out using this a little bit, and then once it got too cold in Colorado, we ended up taking her out of it. She never went back in it for the longest time. We ended up using it for storage, and just this week she started going back in there, kind of liking it a little bit more. So now we're thinking we can't ever go anywhere without Chloe's corner. Something that she has used consistently ever since we left are her food and water bowls here. She really likes them both being here. It's convenient for her, it's the perfect height, and she always lets us know when she's hungry or thirsty. Come on, Tilly. Come here. Come on.
I'm comfy. What do you think, Chloe? We do have a full shower, which honestly we don't use as much as what we thought we were going to, but it is really nice to have when we do need it. The water for this comes from our 33-gallon freshwater tank and goes to a 15-gallon gray water tank underneath the van. We also didn't want to compromise on not having hot showers, so we have a 4-gallon hot water heater. And inside the shower we have a Nature's Head composting toilet, which honestly cannot imagine doing van life without having our own toilet. And right outside the shower and in between the kitchen we have a max air fan, which is perfect for taking out all the steam and cooking smells.
In the kitchen, our sink flows down into a 5-gallon gray water tank underneath the van, and underneath our sink we have our trash can and some cleaning supplies. Moving over here we have our silverware drawer. It's kind of packed. And then here we have like all of our dry foods, canned goods, things like that. We went with a Dometic 140S fridge, which is pretty huge. It pretty much holds, what, a week's worth of groceries for us. And then up here, we keep all of our plates, bowls, seasonings, just kind of random things get thrown up here at any given point in the day. And we also have one other upper cabinet that houses some of our kitchen stuff as well. On the driver's side of the van, we have more storage in this upper cabinet, and on this side we have switches for our water heater, water pump, and the electric ball valves that release the gray water underneath the van. We mounted these remotes for the max air fan and the air conditioner, but we have yet to use these because it's just easier to press the button on the air conditioner or the fan. Here we have the Servo GX Touch, which allows us to monitor our entire electrical system, which Keith will get into a little bit later, but we absolutely love this thing. Moving down here, we wanted a place that we could keep our laptops while we're driving so that they just had a place to live, and this has been an absolute game changer. It's just a little niche, fits perfectly in here. We have two, they can both fit in here, and we love that. Down here we have a massive dresser. These drawers are huge, and please do not mind the mess in here. We keep just about everything in here, all of our like personal care products and everything all lives in here. And then below these two, Keith and I each have a drawer for all of our things.
I know we've mentioned the air conditioner a couple times now, but we have the Dometic RTX 2000 and cannot recommend it enough. We haven't talked about what we do in the colder months. So over here we have the control for the S-bar diesel heater, and these switches are for a heated floor, which are from Expedition Upfitter. There's 3 12-volt mats in the floor, which is pretty fancy. And back here, Hannah has these 2 upper cabinets on this side. She's kind of moved into having some like towels and other things over here. She was nice enough to give me one back here, which as you can tell is not that full. And we have a nice big U-shaped seating area back here, which does convert into a bed, which is about a queen size bed. And we also have a Lagoon table mount back here. We find it more comfortable to honestly not have it in that much, but it is here if we need it. This bench houses all of our plumbing stuff, so we've got our water tank, water heater, and water pump, and a little bit of extra storage over the wheel wells and in front of the water tank. In this bench we have our entire electrical system, starting off with 600 amp hours of Battleborn batteries. Cannot recommend them enough, they're amazing. We have a full Victron system with a 3000 watt inverter, 2 solar charge controllers that go up to the 550 watts that we have up on top of the van, which I'll show you in just a little bit. We have a DC to DC charger that charges the batteries from the van's alternator when we're driving. And in here we have a 12 volt fuse panel and our 120 volt breaker box. And back here we have more storage. This is where we keep all of our tools, hoses, extension cord to plug in, camping supplies, just random things back here. And we also have the wonderful window covers for the back 2 windows, which are perfect. And we've also got the wonderful bug screen back here, which is super nice to have a nice breeze coming through the van, and more importantly to keep all the bugs out. And drop down easily like that. Like I said, it keeps a nice breeze going through the van with no bugs, which is perfect. Plus you can open it from here too if you need to. And we have one on the sliding door, which makes it really easy to go in and out of the van.
On the exterior, we opted for the Illuminous ladder and roof rack, so let's go up and check out our roof deck. Up here we have a roof deck, and the way we were able to achieve that is we ended up getting walkable solar panels. This is the only solar panel that is not walkable. This one and the rear one are both 170 watts, and these 2 front ones are 110 watts for a total of 550 watts of solar. And honestly, we cannot recommend giving yourself some area on top of your van enough that you can come up, sit, relax, watch the sunrise, sunset, stars, whatever it is you want to do, because that's honestly some of our best memories in this van so far. And finally, our most recent addition to the van is Starlink. We mounted the base up here to the roof rack. We bring the cable through the driver's side window, pop the dish up here, and we have internet anywhere we go.
A van tour 2 years late is better late than never.
And like the title of this video says, our van is now for sale, so we're gonna put a link to the listing in the description below. And if you wanna see more van life content, we are going to be building another van after this one sells, so be sure to subscribe.
And for now, we'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.